call Miss Pooja Goel, ma'am, from Digital Marketing and Branding sector. On the behalf of the entire Business Charcha fraternity, I extend my cordial welcome to you, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Ma'am has worked on projects with startups like Oyo, Career Anna, Cognizable, and CG and Company, and has vast working experience in domains like digital and social media marketing, market research, marketing analytics, and digital product management. And is also a starter at Pink Collar Professionals, digital transformation for small businesses, and podcaster at Marketing Minions. Ma'am has also been honored with Best Social Entrepreneur 2020 by the Crazy Tales and has also been featured in Forbes India magazines and Your Story Media. And the list is endless of her achievements.
Thanks a lot, Karan, for the introduction. Thank you so much.
And before we begin, I would like to request our viewers that please write to us on our chat box if you have any queries and doubts, and we will get back to you at the earliest. Now, let's begin with our first question. Ma'am, you have a very vast experience in this domain. So, and you must have gone through very highs and downs. So, how has been your experience?
So, interesting question. So, when we talk about this domain, so digital marketing and digital world itself, so if you see, it is not a domain which has been there from last 20 years or 30 years. It is a very new emerging domain. And things in this particular sector industry are changing very fast. Whatever you learned 2 years ago, or whatever you were thinking that you want to do this thing, might not be relevant now, or after 5 years it has to be new. The digital world is changing at a very exponentially rate, and thus anyone seeking a career in this or looking forward to be an expert in this, I think so that is like a very difficult task. You cannot be a full-time expert, and that's why I also don't like to call myself as an expert. I'm just a learner in this domain, right? So it is very challenging from that perspective, that things change very rapidly, because this whole sector, you can say, is based on the technology, the consumer behavior, how everything around us has been changing to digital in last 5 years, and moreover in last 2 years. The changes are very vast from last 5 years to 2 years, and in recent 1 year of corona also, right? So it is very difficult in that respect. First is the sector itself is very changing. Second, if I can highlight, it is difficult in this sector with respect to consumer behavior. The consumer behavior changes very fast. The digital pattern, the digital consumption pattern changes very rapidly. And the third, the clients, or the business, it is very slow in that respect. This is the contrary, we can say, maybe. So when it comes to businesses, right, they were slow in adopting the digital, while the consumer adopted fast. But the businesses were thinking about, okay, I'm a reputed company, should I be on Instagram or not? These were the questions which were discussed for long hours in the big organizations, right? So from that perspective, the change is slow, that they are very skeptical about the things. So yeah, I think so these are the three major changes or challenges I see in this sector.
Very rightly said, ma'am. Actually, the things that we see, like the newer generation that are coming, they are actually very much prone to all these technologies, but the older generations are very much restrictive in nature to adapt to these changes.
Exactly. That gap is very huge, but now it is narrowing down with time. Everything, everyone is realizing, even the 40 years old or the 60 years old are now using mobile phones, and they are on Facebook at least, right? So they are also now realizing that to be in this 2020 era, maybe we have to be in it.
Very rightly said, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, if we talk about the changes that has been, from the last decade, then how do you think that market has evolved, or the coming time would be of the digital market?
Right. So in the digital market, if you talk about the evolve, I think so this can be answered from the general perspective from anyone, right? Anyone can answer that particular question. Because we can see over the last 10 years how the things have emerged, right? But from the marketing perspective, again, like I previously talked, it is about how businesses are evolving, right? Now, earlier, when you talk about any big organization, they were not ready to market on social media. But now, social media strategy is part of every marketing plan, right? Any marketing plan is incomplete without social media marketing. They have to be present on that uh, particular platform also, right? From the consumer perspective, they are also ready to use the products by online. When I see anything on Instagram, I'm more likely to check it out its website now. I do not visit to a store to every item I need to buy. If you need to buy anything, you won't visit every store now, right? You will first Google it, then you will check out the website, then you will check out Myntra, Amazon, or whatever e-commerce platform you can find the product, and then maybe for look and feel experience, you will go out and buy. So that complete journey has changed, and that has led to change in the marketing styles for the businesses also.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, if we talk about like in these day to day scenario, everybody is switching to the online platforms.
Right.
So, and most of the businesses are just starting from being the online sector only. And if we say that anybody has to begin or commence with this business, what are the basic courses and technicalities one has to keep in mind before entering into this business?
Okay, so it is not a business which is different from any other business. It is not something new. Business is business. So the whatever applicable on normal businesses, or whatever applicable when you start a new business or a new venture, those everything are applicable in the digital sector also, right? So I will answer your question in two parts. First, if you are a business owner of some other company and you have to adopt the digital strategy, right? That is the first thing. So if you are a business and let's say you are selling jewelries online, or you are selling shoes or any particular product, or you are giving any particular service, then you have to include digital strategy in your business. Now it is not about that you have to be online, right? It is not just that you are present online, but it is moreover how you are actually leveraging being online, right? So it is not about okay, I have a website, I have an Instagram page, okay, I post it daily something. No, it is digital is not about website or social media only. It is much more than that. It is a mindset that okay, you are able to do things digitally. Now simply I and you are connecting through digital platforms. So this is also digital transformation. This is also digital. Otherwise we would have met somewhere and then would have some session or lecture kind of things, right? But now we are connected through Zoom, right? And lot of people are also connected. Those who are participating are also our participants. They are also part of this uh, session we are having. So they are also digitally equipped and they have also moved to digital. So we have to understand that from a business perspective, it is not that having a website or a social media page is not being digital. It is overall having a right mindset, adapting to changes, being open that okay, whatever can be done offline can be done online also, and looking for the online approach first. That is the digital thing first, right? And second, if I have to talk from the perspective of if someone wants to be into the digital business, right? You talked about that, right? So from that perspective, if you want to get into digital business itself, you have to understand your customers, right? Every business cannot be online. Being an expert, or from the digital business or digital transformation or industry, I am open to say that every business cannot be done digitally. So you cannot think that okay, I will start a company and run online only, right? So maybe you have to understand your customers. First of all, the main thing is your consumer, customers or clients, right? You have to understand where they are. So if they are present online, then you have to be online. If you are coming up with the solution that is about online, right, that is about using the services like edtech. Now we see so many emerging companies in that tech, or payment gateways, right? So you can think about the things, how can you change the consumer going from offline to online. But you cannot totally rely on online. If your customers are not totally online, then you have to have a mix of both online and offline. So you can have that strategy, that how you are going to reach out to your customers. Ultimately it is all about customers, that how you reach out. If my customer is present on Instagram, if he or she is present on Netflix, if he or she is using Amazon, then I have to be there, right? If no one is watching, if my customer is from the age 17 or 18 years and he doesn't watch TV at all, or any TV commercial, so there's no point of being there. Rather, if he is consuming Netflix or Amazon, I will put my advertisement on that platform, right? So these are the things we have to understand, that where our customers are, and then be there where your customers are.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, if we talk about in this pandemic era, everybody is actually moving towards this online platform. If I particularly talk about mine, actually, I have never been shopped clothes, or I've never shopped the clothing from the online platform. But since it is being everybody is restricted to move outside their homes, so how do you think the people, or what are the basic things that one has to keep in mind before going for the online platforms?
You are talking about the consumer perspective, that when you
Consumer
shop.
perspective. Consumer perspective.
Okay, so I think so. You yourself realize that there is nothing wrong about online. That perception has been broken in last 4 to 5 years, right? Even our parents are very skeptical about making online payments, right, or buying thing online, or if it is a very huge investment, then they will never agree to buy anything online, right? If it is around 50,000 or 1 lakh investment, even those investments are yet not online, right? So these are the things which are there, from a consumer perspective, these are the barriers. But we are also realizing that it is not something you can live without, and it is a thing of ease of use, right? It is making your life better, it is making your things easy, things are coming to you instead of you going out for things, right? So it is altogether a different experiences. So why to wait, or why to stop yourself? But yes, when you talk about what things should be mind, first, yes, you have to be very conscious of digital payments, right? That is the one thing you have to be conscious about. Second, you have to be, because the things are changing very fast, so obviously, like every coin has two sides, so digital has also its drawbacks. So when we talk about internet hacking, or the cyberbullying, or any teasing over the internet, so these kind of things are there. We cannot, being in the digital industry also, I cannot say that these things are not present, or these things will not evolve. Maybe going forward, the cases or the things might be increasing. But that's why you have to be an aware consumer, right? When you go online, or when you are present on any social media platform, you have to be cautious of what you are consuming. You have to be able to make a differentiation, that what is an advertisement I am checking out, or what is my friend's profile I am checking out. So that differentiation, you being a consumer should be aware. So it is the time that the consumer is more aware, and more into the exploratory mode, that okay, I want to explore this new thing, right? If you are not present online, you want to explore, right? And you start small, but you are cautious about the things you are doing. It is not random link you get and you make the payment. No, There are certain things, I won't go into the details, but yes, there are certain guidelines that you should check before making any payment, that if it is secure or not. Same case with replying to anyone, being present online. You have to be cautious that okay, you are not getting into some cyber crime or some cyber bullying or some cyber teasing. You should be aware about that. There are things how you can check the products before ordering, right? So you check the product multiple times, you check the credibility of the platform. So there are multiple ways, so you should be cautious. That is the only thing, a consumer has to be more aware.
Rightly said, ma'am. As you said that there are pros and cons of everything. So, and as we all are getting everything delivered to our doorstep, don't you think that we are actually leaving behind our social life of going to the market?
Okay, I think uh, I won't say yes because don't you think so? Like I didn't know you, I didn't know Trichi or anyone else in the business church, and now I know both of you. So isn't it the benefit of the digital also that we are now connected? If you see the stats also in the last 1 year, the number of conferences, the number of events held has increased drastically. Because if you have to host me for the same session, then you have to book my cab, you have to book a place where you want to do the session, you have to book everything, and the costing increases exponentially. Then you spend, instead of just 1 hour, you spend at least 1 day, right?
Right,
So
right.
that is reduced. So
The
maybe
cost
the number
effective.
of yeah, the effective cost and the opportunity, and then 1 hour I'm done. Maybe in the next hour you can schedule any other speaker, but that wouldn't have been possible in the offline world. So it is about the perspective, how you are looking at things. And now you and I are connected and we can meet offline anytime. So again, digital is not something which is stopping you to meet offline, right? Or we are social animal, right? We cannot live without meeting each other. That is the basic nature of human. So that cannot be changed. But digital is empowering us more. It is giving us new opportunities. It is creating new paths for us. Okay, let's host a meeting. Let's connect with someone you don't even know, right? Offline it was very difficult. Like LinkedIn has become a very great platform over the past years. So you can connect with anyone you want to connect with. Similar, it is easy to approach people online, and then you plan the trips, you plan whatever you want to do, and then go offline also. So it is not stopping, it is creating a first step layer, and then it depends on you how you want to take it forward.
Ma'am, my next question is related from the organization point of view. Like, how can a new organization leverage digital media for branding purposes?
Okay, so digital media is a golden opportunity for new organization. I think so. This is the best statement I can give, that for new businesses, digital is the golden opportunity they have, because digital as of now is treating everyone equally, right? That is the first thing. And second thing, as far as you are new into the digital world, the big organizations are also new into the digital world. So that is the major advantage new businesses are having. If any small business over whose turnover is, let's say, 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs per year only, compared to a big organization who is having a much more turnover, or who is into the billions of the businesses, they are also new to digital. And the one who is having their own store, or they are working from home, they are also new to the digital world. So there is a parity, because the large organization also doesn't know anything, and the small organization also doesn't know anything, because digital itself is a new thing. So they are also struggling what to post on Instagram, when to post to Instagram, will people like our post or not. And the same struggle is with the new business. So you are into the competition at the same level, right? Which was not the case in the offline world for them, because they are the organization from last 20-30 years in the market, right? And you have just entered the domain or industry, whatever industry you are into, right? So digital is giving a great parity to you that you can leverage. And also, this is one point. Second point is that it is easy to make changes and adapt changes in the new organization compared to the old organizations, right? Because they have been into the market from last 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, and they have the set of processes defined. This thing has to go to this level and then approve, and then you do things, and then you go to the social media or make a post. But for new businesses, it is test and trial. You want to go into the Instagram, be it. Nothing will hamper your image, right? Large organization has these talks daily. Okay, if we post anything on Instagram, will it hamper our 30 years old brand image? So these are the kind of questions those large organizations are having. They are tackling these questions. But being a new organization, you have a lot of opportunity in front of you, right? You have to be there and you have to reach to people. And the third thing is that small businesses are having very good knowledge about what their customers want, right? They can create content, because if someone is there in our local kirana stores, so he knows what we shop every day, and he knows what product we use, which particular brand we use. He knows everything. Because, right, similarly, if you go to any particular showroom, not showroom, if any particular shop for buying any particular cloth, he knows your size, he know everything, he knows what kind of colors you like. So those small businesses know you, they know the customers, right? And that's how they can leverage the customer understanding and be on digital. That thing is the opportunity for them. So in total, I would say, digital is the great opportunity for every business owner. You don't have to invest heavy amount on having a digital offline store. Earlier what has to be the scenario, that if you want to start a business, चलो ठीक है, पहले दिल्ली से शुरू करते हैं, दिल्ली में एक स्टोर खोल लिया या गुड़गांव में शुरू कर लिया, then it is an expansion plan. Okay, now we have to start in the Bangalore also, or in Mumbai, right? एक ऑफिस वहाँ खोलते हैं, right? Now you don't need an office. You are present worldwide. Not now international shipping has also started, so you are present online, over the world. Your product, the person from the Assam area is also selling products to the US also, right? That was not possible in the offline world. So this is a huge opportunity for any new business, for any small business.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, as you said initially, that everyone is moving towards this platform. But as we talk about this, big companies, they are taking the first movers advantage, as we see. So, and most probably, then how do you take the small businesses that they have to take or keep in mind before entering these domain?
So I won't say that big organizations are able to take the first mover advantages. Otherwise, we won't have seen these new tech companies. In last 10 years, you see the number of startups that have come into the digital world is huge. And companies are struggling that how can we compete with the new startups who are coming up with new technology and digital scenario. The leverage the big organizations are having is the amount of money they can invest. So that is the leverages they are having. But again, digital is not only about the money you might get, but it is more about the what type of, you don't stuck to particular post seeing the name of the company. You don't see that, okay, it is a big brand, so I will stop and check out their post. No, if you find that particular content interesting, then you stuck to it and then you share it, right? That's how the things, very small things, get viral. Like every one of us know, in the last 1 year, maybe you might have also known Yashraj Mukhete, right? रसोड़े में कौन था, पार्टी हो रही है. So those things are very like he was not a big name, right? He was not a big celebrity like Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan or anyone, but he competed with them now. Now he is getting very good advertisement and everything. If you talk from the influencer perspective and digital perspective, how he became such a big influencer, and now he is equal to those people, and he is doing very well. And many of us know, who are online, they all of us kind of know, right? So it is about content, how relevant is your content, and how easily people are able to connect with it. So every big star is or celebrity is also present online. They are also on Instagram. How often their content gets viral, right? So it is about that you are able to understand the customer, you are able to understand what kind of content people like, and if you get that thing, so you can easily be acing the race, if I may say that, right? So that is the same scenario with the small businesses. I will work with many small businesses, and they are doing very well on digital platforms because they are ready to make fast changes, right? Once you tell them, okay, this is what you have to do, this is what how you will reach out to your customers, they are very easy that okay, we'll do it. They don't waste time in, okay, we have to make the plan or something, or or is it right or not. They execute the things. So that is the thing, opportunity and uh, you can say advantage small businesses have in the digital world.
Okay. Ma'am, my last question to you. I know we are taking much of your committed time.
No problem. Yeah.
Actually, I want to know that how do we tackle the uncertainty in market?
Right. Okay. So, if you remember in the first step, first question itself, I highlighted digital is all about the change. So it is all about uncertainty, right? So it is a sector or industry which is emerging every day. There is new platform coming every day. If you guys know or not, now there is a new platform, Clubhouse, right? If you know, it is an audio platform where you can join audio, right? Just like the social media platform, it is now audio platform, right? Instagram came few years back. TikTok came and went from India also. So there are so many uncertainties in the digital world. It is countless. New platforms come, new way of communication comes. So it is all about change, and that's why in digital you don't have to fear uncertainty. You have to be open to change, and you have to be, ultimately it is all about customers and what they like. If my customer like video, I will post a video. If my customer like return content, I will make a blog. If my customer suddenly now likes TikTok, I have to make TikTok. You don't have to be like, okay, no, my business is not on TikTok. In US, TikTok is doing very well, and now the big organizations are also on TikTok, right? Because their customers are on TikTok. So now the new Clubhouse is coming into the picture, audio platform. You have to be on audio platform. Ultimately, जो customer मांग रहा है, जहाँ customer है, वहाँ में होना पड़ेगा. If I may say it in Hindi, right? So where your customers are, you have to be there. Whatever content they are consuming, you have to make that content. Whatever language they are understanding, you have to talk in that language only, right? So if your customers are now watching everything on Netflix and Amazon Prime, you have to post your ad on Amazon Prime. You can't be, no, I will post on TV only. I won't post an ad on Amazon Prime. You have to, because customers are consuming content over there. So you have to present your products or ad on that platform. So ultimately, you can tackle very easily any uncertainty in the digital world if you are first open to change. Second, you are fast in the response, right? You are very fast in the execution rather than thinking and waiting and is it right approach or not. You are fast in the execution. And third, you are ultimately all about your customers, right? Your business is all about your customers, and you are able to think, okay, I will be there where my customers are. So if you are clear about these three things, you won't be facing any uncertainty as an uncertainty, rather you will be thinking as a new opportunity. And if you convert an uncertainty into an opportunity, that is the best thing you can do. So yeah, I think so.
So this is it from our side, ma'am. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom and
Thanks
giving
a
us
lot.
your precious time from a busy schedule. We are very delighted to have you on board, and in future too we will be hosting such events. So please stay connected with us. So thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I really enjoyed our conversations. The questions were very relevant and very interesting. So I really enjoyed having this conversation. Thanks a lot.